Hey everyone, we are back, and we'll be back to a video every Monday, and if there's any exciting LEGO news throughout the week, we'll have another video up, or a couple more videos up throughout the week. Today I want to take a look at a different series of LEGO. This series of LEGO has been a part of my life since I was a kid, and although we mainly talk about LEGO Star Wars here, I can't not talk about this set. And that set is the Lord of the Rings Barad Dur set, or set number 10333 if you want to look it up on lego.com. Now last year we got that gorgeous Rivendell set, and now we have the official images of Barad Dur, which personally to me it looks insane. There's been a couple pictures floating around of Barad Dur and Rivendell sitting next to each other on the shelf, and let me tell you, they look crazy sitting next to each other. It's almost like my Venator and a UCS Millennium Falcon sitting next to each other, just obviously in a different series of LEGO. So the first thing I want to take a look at here is the minifig selection of Barad Dur. Now this set will include 10 minifigs. So let's do a quick overview on these minifigs here. So we have Gollum, we'll have Frodo, we'll have Sam, we'll have Mouth of Sauron, we'll have Sauron, 5 orcs, including Gothmog. Now for the minifigs here, I really like how they had a ton of different orcs here. One of the things I don't like about LEGO is sometimes in these really expensive sets, they just have one of a really common minifig that you would see in like a movie or a TV show, and they just include one of that minifig. I really like what they did here and included 5 orcs. If they did like 1 or 2, it just seemed like not that much. Considering in the movie of Lord of the Rings, we saw armies and armies of orcs within the gates of the Eye of Sauron, or Barad Dur. So overall, some really cool minifigs here. Now, real quick, I want to take a look at some of the set details here. It will have 5,471 pieces, which is roughly right around 100 pieces more than the Venator, and it comes in at a much cheaper price at $459.99 US. That bad boy behind me was 100 pieces less with only 2 minifigs for $650 US. And I think that's just the Star Wars tax. We're just used to it at this point. Now Barad Dur will stand at about 33 inches tall and 18 inches wide. The front of the set will be mainly for displayability. It looks awesome. The back of the set will actually be completely open. There'll be a bunch of rooms and it'll be completely open. In total though, there's about 5 floors. So you can detach it in 4 different parts, but 5 floors in there, and we'll take a look at that in 1 second. So let's start with the bottom part. So the bottom part is actually going to be a prison and a weapons forge. Now this area has some really cool features. Like it actually has this hanging cage with a skeleton in it, and from what I read, you can actually kind of lower and raise it, which is a cool feature that they added in there. And the forge, on the other hand, which is just on the other side of the prison, they show an orc down there with a hammer just hammering away and making a bunch of weapons for the orc army. And there's a bunch of weapons that they'll have down there, and it looks like they'll have a bunch of orc helmets as well, which is pretty cool because you can have different orc helmets on different orcs. It just kind of adds that customizability into the set. Now, when I was looking at all these pictures, there's some like hidden rooms and compartments all scattered throughout here, so I'm really curious to see like some of the Easter eggs in here and just some cool hidden and secret features. And if there are any, I don't want to mention them because if you are buying the set, it just adds some fun to the set while you're building it. Now the second level is actually going to be a food hall. And let me tell you, there's a lot of detail in this room. You have the barrel, which looks like it's dripping some green liquid. I'm not really sure what orcs drink, but that's where they get their drinks from. You also just have a bunch of food on this table, and let me tell you, the detail in this room just looks amazing. This is one of those rooms that will have one of those hidden storage compartments. Now that third level is going to be that throne room, and I personally really like how they did this room. They kept it dark and menacing like, and they kept it not too colorful, which really brings out that darkness of this room, which again is that throne of Sauron. Now this room will actually also have a hidden room right behind the throne, which is super cool. And they actually do show this picture on lego.com, which we'll show right here. And as for the 4th floor, you can detach it, and there's 2 different levels in it. The first level is going to be the Mouth of Sauron's study. And it looks like there's going to be some stickers in this room. Those might be hard to place with that curved kind of room design. We'll see when we get to that point. I mean, any sticker as is just hard to put on for me. I just really struggle with the stickers. And as for the level above the Mouth of Sauron's study is actually going to just be a library. It looks like there's going to be a ladder that kind of moves around, which is a cool design and a cool little feature that they added in as well. Now again, Lego's probably not going to show all of the items that they have like hidden throughout this set, like the Easter eggs and that type of stuff. It's kind of for you to find out when you're building that set, which again, I like how they do that. Now, as for the top of the set, that is obviously the Eye of Sauron, and it is actually illuminated. So it's actually going to be lit up, which just is really going to be cool to see that set in a dark room, to see that eye just glowing. I really like how they added that into this set. I think it's something that definitely needed to be added to this set, because if we look at the movies, that eye was just glowing. And to have a Lego set that doesn't have an eye glowing, it just, you know, it doesn't really bring that life to it. And a lot of people would probably just go and buy a light kit then. Whereas Lego actually just added some light bricks in here, and we are all set. It's going to look super cool. I cannot wait to look at that. Now, they also added an automatic gate feature as well. I'm interested to see how this works, but that's going to be also in this set. Now, as for the availability of the set, it releases June 4th. However, if you are a Lego Insider, which again is free to join, I've talked about it on this channel multiple times, it's free to join, you will actually get access June 1st. And what's really, really cool is they're doing a gift with purchase with the set. And I'm not sure how long that gift with purchase will be available. If it's like the whole month of June, it'll be available, or if the first couple weeks or the first couple days. I'm not 100% sure. We'll make an update video on that. But it's actually going to be the Fell Beast, or set number 40693. This thing looks insane. And I'm really, really excited to see that added onto the set, as there's a couple bricks where the Fell Beast kind of sits on. I'm wondering if you can actually add that onto Barad Dur, which would be really, really cool and something I feel like Lego would do. Now, overall, this set is looking amazing. After all the pictures I've shown throughout this video, I'm not sure if you think the same thing. If you haven't watched the Lord of the Rings series, I highly, highly recommend it. It's great movies. If you do like to read, it's good books. I've never read the books. I've heard it's good books. And I do want this set on release. However, May 4th kind of wiped me clean here, so we're going to have to wait. And if there's one critique I would kind of add to this set or series, it's that the only two sets that we have is Rivendell and now Barad Dur. There are brickheads, but those aren't really associated with the sets. One thing I would want Lego to do here is add some cheaper Lord of the Rings sets, as there's only two like $400 plus sets in this lineup. I'm hoping in the next couple years, or however long they're planning on keeping this series, they add some more smaller sets to this series where maybe you can add like a orc kind of battle pack to Barad Dur. That would be super, super cool. Now, other than that, if you want to leave a comment, let me know what your thoughts are on this set. Again, my personal opinion, I love it. I need it. I need to have it. And the gift with purchase, I need to have all of that. But I still haven't bought Rivendell, so we're a little behind here. And again, please check out my other socials if you do like my content. And remember to hit that like button and that subscribe button so you stay tuned to my latest videos. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.